All right, y'all. One more race before the Kentucky Derby on September 5th. That's the Pegasus Stakes coming up here this Saturday at Monmouth Park, New Jersey. Mile and 1/16, 150K on the line. Now, I was really expecting a little bit more competition in this one, seeing as how it's your last chance to get into the Derby. But a lot of them sat it out. I kind of thought some other horses would be in here. I don't think this field is too good. I mean, just looking at it. But, I mean, I guess it's not that bad after I haven't looked at the horses. So let's just get into it. We got 8 horses here. First one, number 1, Sky Scanner. A Bernardini horse, pretty bred well. Tis now on the other side. One thing I got to get into before I say this. None of these jockeys have won on their horses before. None of them. Only one jockey in this race has even ridden this horse before. All right, so I don't remember the last time I've seen that, unless it was like some kind of maiden claiming race or something. But you certainly wouldn't think that this is a greatest stakes race that earns you points into the Kentucky Derby, because the trainers, they just don't seem to be taking it too seriously. So anyway, the number 1, Sky Scanner. Romero Mara riding him, never ridden him before. This horse had a decent last out, an allowance race to the mile. It was in 137, which is not really the kind of quality you want to see if you're going to the Derby trying to face the likes of Tis the Law and Art Collector. But second by a head there. Race before that, he was way off at a mile in 136, and then he was second by a neck at a mile in 139. They got him at 10-1. I don't think he has too much of a chance to win, but the pace might get kind of fast in this. I'm not sure. Not really a big fan of the Sky Scanner, though. Number 2, Big City Bob out of Shanghai Bobby. Nick Juarez riding him, another jockey that seems to be in position to make good moves time to time, and he just can't get it done. He rode in the Haskell on Jesus' team, who's also riding in this race. They took Nick Juarez off of that one because he ran a dismal 4th in that one at minute 50. So not impressive time. He didn't show up there. Maybe it was a horse's fault. But anyway, we're not talking about Jesus' team. We're talking about Big City Bob. Nick Juarez on this one, they got him at 8-1. Once again, I don't understand these odds. But that's what they're going with. His last out in the private terms, 5th place in that one. 9 lengths off. Mile and 1/16 to 144. It looks like Joe Talma was riding him there. Anyway. Not much to say there. Champagne Stakes, he ran against Tis the Law in that one. Tis the Law got that win in 135. Not too much trouble there. This horse was 3rd. Probably his best looking race was running 3rd behind Tis the Law. So if he's going to do anything today, he's going to have to try to repeat that performance and pretend that Tis the Law is out there. At least try to give his all. Number 3, Wartime Hero, an Empire Maker horse. They got him at 30-1, and there's no jockey listed. I don't get the lack of importance paid to this race, but there's no jockey even listed for this horse. He's ridden by Corey Lannery. Florent Gros rode him before that. So I just kind of assume one of them is going to be riding him, maybe. That's kind of how I handicap the race, but I think that even if they get Corey Lannery or Florent Gros, I don't expect too much from this horse. He's got a couple of losses in maiden special weights. He's got his 1 win in maiden claimer. Mile and 1/16 and 143. However, he's out here running for a chance to go in the Kentucky Derby. Number 4, Super John. Wartime Hero. 46-second breathing workout time. Don't know where that came from. Maybe it's an indicator of something, but he just doesn't show it on the track. Number 4, Super John. All right. Super John out of Super Saver Derby winner. That's one of the slowest Derby winners in recent history. Awesome again on the other side, so I guess it's okay breeding. Not that like I said, Super Saver's not somebody I consider a top horse. But anyway, mile in his last out, 2nd by half a length. Got Jorge Vargas riding him now. That was Suarez riding him there. That was a mile and 136, so half a length off. Finally, I mean, a little bit decent. I mean, like I said, these times aren't bad that these horses are competing, but they're not winning. And the jockeys are changing all over the place. Super John, however, before that was a win at a mile and 137. He had a mile and 136. Before that, he was 3rd, 1 length off. So he does seem to be able to do okay at that mile distance, going a mile and 16th here. So maybe he'll be able to do a little something. Probably going to be near the front of the pace. That may hurt him in this one. We'll see. Number 5 is the favorite right now, at a 5-2 favorite, which is weak. Pneumatic, an Uncle Mo horse. Makes him a brother of Uncle Chuck. Got Tappet on the other side. They've changed his jockey to Joe Bravo. Trainer Stephen Asmussen. So on paper, you see why he's the favorite. His last out was in the Belmont Stakes, where he got smoked by Tiz the Law. Fourth in that one, 7 lengths off the lead. Hey, I guess that's not, once again, not too bad of a race considering he got smoked by Tiz the Law. So, like Big City Bob, he's going to have to go out there and try to run that kind of race like he's running against Tiz the Law. Before that, you ran the Matt Win, third in that one, 1 length off, 116 and 143. I think this time's going to be a little bit faster than that. I think they're probably going to go 142. I don't think a 143 is going to end up being what's happening, because the rest of these horses here, but that's the favorite. You know, they got Joe Bravo, best jockey in the race, but I mean, he's never ridden a horse before either. Hard to get excited about this. 6, Archon. All right. Actually, I can get a little bit excited about Archon. They got him at 9-2. Kind of looks like a stalker on paper a little bit, but he's probably going to be out near the front. Only 2 races, or 6 furlong races. He's got 2 easy wins. Won at 110 and with 3-length win, and then he won 6 in 109 by 6. Not too much competition. Different jockeys. Michael Sanchez riding him in the first one. They got Abner Adorno riding him in the second one. Now they got Jose Ferrer riding him. I'm not a fan of Jose Ferrer, but hey, he's got this horse. The horse is undefeated. 2 good wins. We'll see what he's got here at a mile and 1/16. Number 7, as seen on TV. This horse is out of Looking at Lucky. Pulpit on the other side of that family tree. Hector Diaz is going to be riding him. They got him at 7-2. His last out, Florida Derby, where he got beat by, you guessed it, Tiz the Law. All right, another horse beat by Tiz the Law. Get this, he was 8th place, 50 lengths off of Tiz the Law. 50, all right, and that was a slow race. Tiz the Law, that was 150. That was before I was a true believer in Tiz the Law, because I was like, well, I only handle those horses, but the time wasn't too great. Way off the pace in this one. That was at a mile and an 8. He ran the Fountain of Youth. Third in that one, 8th lengths off of that mile and 116 from 143. So I don't know if he's going to be able to hang. He ran a mile in the Mucho Macho Man, second by a head, 135. That's probably his best race. I don't know if Hector Diaz is going to be able to get that much out of him, but that's what he's going to need to do, at least in this one. He's not going to be able to put up anything like he's done his last 2 races at all. In number 8, Jesus' Team. Now, I like this horse in the Haskell. I thought about picking him in the Haskell, but he was being ridden by Nick Juarez, and I just couldn't do that. Authentic came out with that win in the Haskell behind New York traffic, or NY traffic, whatever you want to say. Jesus' Team 4th in that one with Nick Juarez aboard, as I said, 7 lengths off. Just didn't give the horse a good ride. I don't think any of that. I just didn't like that race. Didn't think that was a good race. Not very competitive. Slow time. He didn't show anything. I kind of blame the jockey. They got Paco Lopez aboard him now. He's no Bailey, but he's better than Nick Juarez. So Paco Lopez is aboard him. Once again, probably going to be stalking that pace, probably near to the front. Now, this horse was interesting. He wasn't doing too much. Then he got claimed in a win with Luis Saez, a mile and 135. After that, they do a mile and 134. He loses second place by 3/4 of a length with Sammy Camacho aboard. So the horse looks to be in much better shape, and he comes out with that flop in the Haskell. Now, dropping it back to 1 1/16, he should look to be in much better form. I kind of think he should probably be the favorite, but I mean, hey, on paper, I guess you say looking at the jockey and trainer, Pneumatic looks better. But Jesus' Team, not a bad-looking horse for this one. Not facing the likes of Authentic in this race. It's going to come down to the pace. Now, as far as the pace goes, I'm looking at probably pretty quick. Archon, being that he's only run 6 furlong races, I think he's definitely going to be out there in either lead, if not on it. I kind of, on paper, I have Super John taking the lead. After considering that, I think it definitely could either be Super John or Archon. I think Jesus' team, Paco Lopez, are going to sit right off that lead, but I think they're probably going to go decently fast. These horses seem to like to go pretty fast, and there's going to be at least 2 or 3 out there challenging. So I think we might end up with around a 46-second opening half, and maybe down to 45. That will help one horse. Whoever's out there controlling this pace, I think that'll help them if they don't choke the horse out. If you hold a horse back like that, you got to let him go. You can't push him out there and then hold him back and then tell him to run again. I think that's going to hurt whoever's out there. However, I just don't. I think the Jesus team has enough horse to hang in there. Archon, I don't know, but I think that the slow pace or fast pace will probably hurt Super John. That's going to set up a situation for a closer. All these horses most of them like to close. I like Pneumatic in the closing position. He is the favorite. I also like the number 7 as seen on TV. I like him closing as well. For some reason, I just think that they're not going to close in enough time, or at least not as seen on TV. That's why I have him coming 4th there. In 3rd place, I'm going with the 5. I think Pneumatic closes, but I just don't think he's going to make it. I don't know if he quite has the horse to catch up with Jesus' team. I think he's a little bit more talented, and I think he'll be in better position. But I think it's going to come down to between Archon and Jesus' team. It's going to be fast. I think they're going to burn some distance between the rest of them. They're probably going to slow down that last furlong or so. Probably going to finish around 142, but I expect it to be quick up to 3/4, maybe even 109. And I'm going with Archon for the win. The only reason I'm going with Archon for the win is because he's run well without being challenged. All right, even though it's 6 furlongs, good times, big distances. Usually when I go against these horses, it doesn't do well. Now they're stretching out to a mile and 1/16. He hasn't done that, but Jesus' team let that race at a mile and 1/8 in the Haskell. That's just no excuse. He should have done better even with Nick Juarez aboard. So I expect him to do better here. I think this could be very close, but I still kind of like Archon. I think he just might be a little bit better of a horse, and it would be really good to see him going to the Kentucky Derby undefeated again, going up against Art Collector and Tizelaw, who are coming off of 5 straight wins. I think that would definitely make the Derby a lot more interesting, but Archon's going to have to win this one to get in, I'm pretty sure, on paper. Haven't checked the numbers on that. Jesus' team, I'm pretty sure he needs this one to, he's going to need this one to get in as well. So like I said, I'm surprised some other horses aren't in this one. The only thing that's really worth watching here, I think, is Archon. Jesus' team may be something to this horse. Maybe he's had a bad race in that Haskell. But if he's going to do something coming up here, going into the future, he's going to have to do it Saturday at Monmouth. So there we have it. Interesting race. Not too exciting because of the names in it, but interesting on paper nonetheless. But I'm really interested to see what Archon can do. Is he good? Is he a super horse? Does he have that kind of quality? We don't know. We haven't seen him go more than that 6 furlongs, so we'll see what he can do. He's definitely the one to watch. That's who I'm going with for the win. Archon to win. Jose Ferrer. Hope he didn't screw that up. He's a big question mark. I'd much rather Paco Lopez be on Archon. But I'm going with Archon for the win. Jesus' team 2nd with Paco Lopez. 3rd to 5, the favorite Joe Bravo on Pneumatic. And 4th, I'm taking the 7 as seen on TV.